So today we will talk about the difference between uh, idol worship, mantras, and meditation. So these three are three different things, and we have seen that all over the world we are worshiping idols, and we see there is not much effect of that. And then we see people with doing mantra japas as well, and they are also some way effective. But yeah, there is also difference between mantra japa and the meditation. So let's start with that. Uh, so when we talk about idol worship, what happens is that we are worshiping an idol in a temple, and we have fixated a temple in our home, or temple in our city, or temple in our state, or in our village. We have just set up a temple for the Lord where we worship it. So we go to the temple, we worship the idol, and we come back. So what happens is that we, instead of seeing the God everywhere, we have just fixated him to one place. And one in that one place as well, we are seeing him just in that particular idol. And when we see the God in just one idol and who is all pervading and who is in everything, we have actually made a narrow perspective about his presence. Whereas we should have been like feeling his presence everywhere. We're just now fixed him at one place, and that too to a stone idol. And that is, it is, it can be used as a remembrance, but when we actually think it to be God and dedicate our whole time in cleaning and making sure everything of the idol only, then we are somewhere giving him a fixed form, and God is formless. And when God is formless and we have fixed him into a stone, we are becoming more like that stone itself, because stone is not lively, it's a fixed solid thing. And when you talk about God, it is all pervading. And when it is all pervading, so it is in everything. It is in insects, it is in animals, it is in trees, it is in plants, flowers, it's in every human. So when the God is in everything, it is a lively thing. God is a lively thing. It's the life. It's the prana of every element of this earth. And we have put that prana energy to just one stone. We have fixed it to that. And when we do that, we become more and more narrow about our, you know, uh, mindset. And that's why you will feel that those people who worship these idols, their mind is very fixated. Their ego is too high that they will never be able to take opinions of others or accept things from others, because by the idol worship, daily idol worship, they have you know uh, fixated their mind to one stone. And when we are the way we practice our worship to the God, the form we give to the God, the same form our heart takes, because our heart is the one that feels the presence of God, or that is connected with the God. And when we have made all that connection to a stone, then we have made our heart as well as stone like, and we have somewhere lost that connection with the real God within. And just to comment on this as well, in Gita as well, Krishna has mentioned that people with small intelligence worships demigods, and he has again mentioned that one who sees me in everything, in everywhere, is the only person who is connected with me and who can know me. And these all things, if Krishna is himself mentioning in Gita, then somewhere there is meaning to it. And when Arjuna asked Krishna that, Lord, you have shown me your full form, and I now know that you are God, but other people don't know that you are God. And how will they see you? How will they meet you? So to that also Krishna responded that Hidema Pashyasi. So it means that I am available. They will have to see me in their hearts. So you have to see the God in your heart, and when you say in the heart, in your heart as well as in every heart. So heart is the core, center of everything. So for in everything, in the center, there is the presence of the Lord. But if we have fixed into a stone, then our mentality, our conscious and subconscious, everything is becoming a stone like, and we are so fixated to everything that even slightest things changing in our life disturbs us, troubles us, because we have shrinked our mind. We have made it more like stone, and we have lost the flexibility of that liveliness that is in everything around, because liveliness is more like being flexible. You can see the God in everything. It's your flexibility of mind. But if you are able to see the God only in the idol, then your flexibility of mind has gone. And such people will face challenges with adapting to the new things, because they are so fixated and they get disturbed with new things or the changes in their life. They just want to keep the things as they are. So this is about idol worship, and also I want to comment on this from the perspective of how it affects the presence of an area. So when in an area, for example, in a house, you have fixated a place of temple for the uh, god. What you have done is you have fixated it there that this is the place for God, and in rest of the places, rest of the rooms, you don't see the holy presence, you don't see the godly presence, and there you act differently. So your actions in the temple, inside the temple, and outside the temple are totally different. So you're just connected with the God half time. Whereas if you saw God in everything around and in each and every element in your house, in your city, in your place, in your village, then you would be more connected with the God, and you would have been able to receive more knowledge, wisdom, and blessings from the God. But since you have fixed a place for Him at a particular place in your house or in your city or in your village, He has also taken, He has also gone away from the rest of the places. And if you see on rest of the places, there are only clashes, quarrels, conflicts, and that's what is happening in your houses, in your cities, in your villages. That's what is happening because you're not able to see that real God in everything. But this is the shift of the mindset that an idol worship or a worship in the temple comes. And with this, I would also add that a temple was never made for worshipping the idols. It was just made for the remembrance that you can able to connect with the God. Here. In the holy scriptures, if you find wherever there are stories, nobody ever worshipped in a temple. Wherever they were, for example, if we talk about Lord Rama, if he was in he was if he was at Rameshwaram, he didn't build a temple. He just took the sand and he just gave it a shape of the shivling and worshipped it, and it just went down again. So this so that shivling was not necessary. It was the just the feeling, and you gave a presence, give it a form. You worshipped it, and it melts away. It's fine. The the real thing is with 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 what feeling you have worshipped it, and with what essence you carry of that worship that you did from within, and what connection you built, and those are the things that create the vibration in that place, and that was the only thing that created the holy vibration in that place. That's it. And it's all about vibration of that place. So if you go to the Rameshwaram temple or any such temples which are charged by some rishis, those are not the temples charged by the rishis. Those are the places charged by those incarnations or the rishis or the saints, because sorry, because there was no idol worship at that time. It was all yajna, tapasyas, and all those things. It was more of respecting the worshipping the Panchabhutas and like Agni, Jal, Earth. So these all things used to be included in those worships, and God was seen in all those things and worshipped accordingly from within, and not on an outer projection, but on a within perspective. So that charged the whole place, depending on the vibration of the rishis or the saints. So whenever you go to these places, holy places, you will not feel the only presence in that idol. While entering in that place itself, you will feel that godliness, that godly presence, and you feel that from within. But you still fixated to that idol. That's where you have fixated your mind and you need to get out of it. So now let's talk about mantra. What is mantra? So before mantra, I just want to tell you, when we are talking and if we are repeating some word, whatever word we are saying out of our mouth or we are talking within, those words carry some vibration, because everything we do is godly and everything we act on is godly only. So whenever you are talking or speaking about something, or you're practicing one word, chanting one word, be it Lord's name or some uh, things in your life, if you're chanting, or if you're talking about your miseries all the time, those all things are mantras. Everything is mantra, because each word is carrying a vibration. It is up to you. If you're charging that word more and more and more, you are creating a vibratory field within yourself of that particular word. If you're chanting the name of Lord, like for example, you're saying Rama, 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 you're chanting it, chanting it, chanting it, chanting it, chanting it. You are increasing the vibration of that word within you. So soon, what will happen is you will start realizing that word Rama within. Through knowledge, first it will come in the form of a knowledge in you, that you will start, you will have that slowly, slowly, you will have that capability of discerning between things. You will be able to, uh, you know, perceive things in a more different way. You start perceiving things in a more different way, because that mantra has started working within you without your knowledge, and it is helping you in the form of knowledge, in an upgraded level of your own knowledge, because you're chanting the name of the God. So your actions will start behaving like that without you knowing it. And slowly, slowly, when your vibrations increase to that level of the Lord, the word you're chanting, the more you're able to, increase your vibration with that. You will realize it. You will realize it through knowledge. Through knowledge, you will realize it, and that, oh, God is in everything. Oh, everything is Rama, because for you everything will become Rama soon. If you're chanting it with pure heart and everything, or if you're chanting it for a long period, a knowledge will appear within you. And then that's not it actually. Then you uh, practice it more and more and more and more. Then it comes as a feeling within you. You're able to feel that presence of the God in everything. In everything, you are able to feel that presence of the God, because you have been chanting and you have been repeating that vibratory field within yourself. So soon you will see it in everything. And you will still continue, continue, continue. You might get siddhi, and that is another sphere. But why our objective is not to get siddhi with the mantra, because we have seen in past as well, whosoever has got siddhi out of mantra, they have went into ego and then destroyed themselves, or the Lord has to take a form to destroy them. Because uh, though you're practicing a mantra, but when you see the God in everything, or you have felt those things, somewhere you feel that you have achieved something, or you have found it, you have found what you were looking for. but it's not there. Those feelings have just come. You have to now practice those things. That mantra has revealed itself to you. It doesn't mean that you have found something or you should be egoistic about it. No, you have found something. You should be happy about it. That yeah, you have realized something that yeah, God is in everything. Wow. So you should be happy seeing seeing Him everywhere, and that's what you have to then bring it in your practice because the mantra has revealed it to you, and after that revelation or the feeling, once you are out of that feeling, you start behaving again back normal in your normal routine. You're again being yourself that you were earlier. That is a barrier because once you have realized it, somewhere your ego comes in and says, I have found it, and now you're just like in that mode. But when you have realized it, you have to see it in everything. Then you have to become a little more down to earth, more respectful, more loving towards everything because the Rama you were chanting or the Allah you were chanting, you found it in everything. Aren't you happy about it? Aren't you feeling it? Or like, won't you be like respecting each and everything and slowly moving? For example, even if you are shutting your door, you should feel the presence of the Lord in the door as well. So you should be slowly shutting it. If you're, dragging a chair, or even if you're using your phone, you should not just throw it like that. You just put it with a calm manner because you're seeing that godly presence in everything. Not everything, not seeing it, you have felt it. So you now need to practice it. That with that practice you continue chanting your mantra. That is fine, and then only it will reveal you the next levels of it. Because the journey for any practice is an infinite journey. Because God is formless and is infinite. So you should never stop with those things. It's just that on the way you keep on realizing things one by one and you keep on getting to the next level. That's what is the uh, you know change that is coming within you. That is what the evolution that is coming within you, and that's a whole journey. But when you stick it to one point and then you just feel that I have achieved, then your ego has come again, and you have somewhere disrespected the mantra or the knowledge that you receive because you're not practicing it. So always make sure that you practice it. And when I say mantra, if you're any mantra you're doing, it will reveal its meaning to you. It will reveal its meaning to you in multiple forms. First in the form of knowledge, then in the form of feelings, and then in the form of presence in everything, then in the form of presence within you. So this is just few stages of these mantras that you will realize soon. And accordingly your conscious level will expand. But it is totally on your practice of that mantra as well as your actions, the way you behave. Even after practicing and realization, if you're behaving with the same old you, then sorry, there's a disconnection between you and your realization, and that gap will never be filled if you're not practicing those things in your actions as well. And it is the same thing that is true in terms of if you're talking about something negative. For example, if you're always talking misery, or you're talking always about fight, or your mind is always into thinking about strategies, or thinking about uh, you know uh, wrong things about others or negative things in others or judging others things in a negative way, that is also a negative vibration field that you're creating, and that is also a mantra. If you're always talking about miseries, soon you will realize the meaning of miseries as a knowledge, and then that misery will appear in your life, in your surrounding. Because if you're talking misery, negativity every time, and you're vibrating that field within you, then you're somewhere making your mind move that way, and slowly your character will start behaving in a manner that the decision you take or the things you do, it brings a negative impact in your life, and slowly you'll start seeing all the negativity around you. and then those negativity around you will become real to you, and then slowly from within you will become negative, because all the feelings and everything that you were charging was negative, and that is what will be your realization. And why I'm saying that you will realize this as well, because God is in everything. Even misery is also God. Even sadness is also God. He is in every duality. It is on you which duality you are practicing, because that duality of life will give you the direction. If you're going in a positive direction, if you're practicing the positive attributes, you will achieve the highest peak or the highest attainments in that area. But if you're going into the negative part in your life, or negative chanting you're going on, then you will also attain the highest negativity in your life, and that will destroy you. And that's what happened with a lot of tapasvis in the past, that who has chanted, but at the end with their ego, they tried to do wrong with that, and it ended them. But in that way also they were chanting the God. But in the real life, you as to seriously are chanting the negativity around you. So if you are chanting negativity, seeing negativity in everything, or negative things about everybody around, then it's not outside. It's somewhere within you. That's why you are able to see it, and somewhere you have made your vibratory field negative, that you need to clean up by chanting a good personification, more like Lord Ram, or maybe Allah, or maybe Jesus, whatever religion you perform, you follow. Just you need to relate more yourself to that highest personality, or the formless being that you worship, so that you can come up or grow further from the things, from the negativity you have fallen into. So that's what the mantra is. Anything can be mantra in your life. So be cautious of whatever words or feelings or thoughts you are chanting in your life, because if it is positive, it will give good results. If it is negative, you are yourself destroying your life as well as the life of others, because you are creating a negative vibratory field within you. And the only way out is to, you know, reverse it with the right mantra of the Lord, because only He can change your vibratory field, be it your be it any god you worship. Just make sure that you connect yourself with him in a more better manner. Now let's see what meditation has for us to revive. You know, we've talked about mantras, we've talked about idol worship, and why I took meditation at the last, because it was an order, like basic, good, and best. So meditation is the best part of realizing those things that you want to do. So it, meditation also reveals the things to us same as mantra does, but there is some difference between the both. Mantra is more of chanting, right? Chanting can be within as well, and when you are doing it within, it comes as it becomes more like a meditation. But yeah, so let's see what meditation is. So meditation is more of a, concentration. One part of meditation is concentration, where you're concentrating on a specific object, and through your eyes, and you're just meditating on that object. So this thing is bringing a focus in your eyes. You're becoming more focused, and with that focus, your mental capabilities are increasing. You're enhancing mental capabilities, your focus, your concentration skills. So your mind is getting more focused. So that is the one aspect of meditation that most people know about. It's more like concentrating on an object. But here we're talking about a more enhanced level of the meditation, where you're meditating within. Meditation is mostly within, and within as well there are so many aspects of meditation. You can meditate on a particular word. You can meditate on a question. You can meditate on a specific part in your body, or different parts of your body, or different chakras in your body. There are more than 100 plus points in your body which carry some kind of spiritual essence, and if you meditate on that particular part, it you know uh, activate something within you, some power or some capability within you. And it's not just about those seven chakras. Those seven chakras are one thing, but that's not all. after those seven chakras, there are more things further as well. And even your each in your spine, in your spine vertebra as well, there are many such points that are, if you meditate on them, they will give you totally different experiences and realizations. And so this is so there are many things that you can meditate on. So if you meditate on a word, particular word, for example, if you are meditating on the word love, you're just closing your eyes, just meditating on the word love, you will slowly see, different forms of love. Your realization of the love or understanding of love will increase daily. If you're meditating on a particular word for a long period, you can keep on meditating on it, and daily, or in every week you will get a new realization of that word, because again the understanding is infinite. Until you reach the level of that godly consciousness of love, you'll keep on realizing different forms of that love, and accordingly for other words as well. And you can also meditate on questions. If you have any question within, or if you have any question within, or if you think that, yeah, you're confused somewhere, you want to have an answer, just keep that question within yourself. Don't go out for looking for an answer for that question. Just ask that question within, meditate on it for 5-10 minutes daily, and the answer will come to you by itself. It can come through some people, through something you're watching in your free time, and maybe you're sitting relaxed, and suddenly an answer will come from within. So that is the impact of meditation, and it happens within 2 weeks, or within 2 days, within an hour also. It can happen depending upon the sensitivity that you have developed within, with which you can receive that thing. So it's all depending on that, how deeply you have absorbed yourself into that question, and you know how much focus you have built how much focus you have built in that question within you. So the same way you will realize it, and you can maybe ask that question directly to God, and you can also do chit chat with the God in your heart. You can just meditate and start talking with the God, whatever is coming from within, whatever queries or whatever you know things you're facing on your life, or whatever things you're stressing that are stressing you. Just chat that within you. It is also kind of meditation, because you're somewhere connecting with that guy. You're somewhere connecting with that guy from within. So it's just building a connection, and meditation is a more uh, enhanced way of you know connecting, going deeper into anything, I'll say, connecting with the God as well as going deeper, because when you meditate, you're going within, and you have many powers within, which have that much capacity that in a second it can do a lot of things. In a second it can give you many answers. In a second you can change the perspective of all the people around, in a second, just from the vibration within. If you use it, if you charge it that much, even you say one word out, and that word will carry that much power. It can do a lot of things, but it depends on how much you have gone within yourself to make your inner self that strong, your subconscious that powerful than your mind. So that's what meditation does. And these were about the words and all those things. But now the real meditation part is more like the body parts, the chakras. So whatever chakras you work on, each chakra of your body, or each points in your body, there are specific points in your spine as well. So whatever you meditate on, these points or those chakras carry some particular, uh, you know, qualities or essence, I will say. So if you meditate on that particular part or point or chakra, you are charging that chakra, and it will get balanced and get powerful, and that part of your being will start functioning better, and maybe you get some powers as well. For example, if you're uh, if you're meditating on your throat chakra, for example, you're meditating on your throat chakra, and you keep on meditating, your speaking skills will get better. You'll be able to speak yourself out in front of crowd. You will be able to express yourself properly. Maybe you earlier you were very hesitant of speaking about yourself or sharing your things, but when you have meditated on that particular chakra of yours, you have charged it and made it powerful. Now that inner essence of your chakra is helping you speak out, helping you say whatever is right from your end. So you charge it and now it is functioning for you. And that's what different chakras of your body helps you with. But working on them, there are also challenges as well, because it increases your sensitivity, and if you're not able to manage that sensitivity, because guidance of guru is always needed, presence of a guru of caliber is very important, because if you don't have that highest caliber guru with you, then somewhere your journey will not move forward. And the best thing about meditation that I have experienced is, I just tell you that I have done idol worship, and I realized when while doing idol worship for a long period, I realized that yeah, I need to go beyond this and have to start within myself, and that was a realization, that was a feeling and realization, because if you have a true devotion, you will get the message of the god from within or from the outer world, but you will get the message and it will come as a feeling. You will be able to resonate with that thing and connect with that thing, and once I it came within me, I moved to mental worship in the sense worshipping within. That's called mantras, but it was for me, it was not like mantras. I was practicing manas pujas and other brahma Brahmagyanavali Mala and all those things, which was, you know, eternal truth of Vedas. So I was meditating on those bigger things. I was chanting those bigger things, bigger knowledge within. So they had their own experiences, and they made me realize those mantras and those. After I did worship, I did those mantras and all those things and chanting and worshipping within. It realized me, gave me realization that there is a light within. There is a light within, but I was not still meditating, because mantra had given me so much of understanding and realization. I said, now this is my path. But slowly, I started feeling that there is something, like I am getting stagnant now. Nothing new is coming. So then I got a message that yeah, new tools are coming for you. And then I got some friends, some suggestion from the friend to meditate and all. And I started that thing. And then I realized that yeah, that light within is actually the light within. And if I have realized that thing, that there is a light within, I need to now meditate on that light. And that's what I told you in the mantra section about that. If you have any realization in mantra, you have to practice it. So my realization in mantra was that there is a light within, but I didn't, I didn't try to find that light within or meditate on that, because I didn't know the path, next path. I only knew the worship of the idol. I only then after that I only knew the the practice of mantras within. Now when I realized that yeah, I got reference, I started meditating on that light within and in the center in my heart. And when I started meditating on that, those all knowledge of mantras that was earlier there, it became so much powerful within, and I saw more new realizations of those things through that single light within. And it started making me feel that everything around me is carrying that presence, and everything became so I became so absorbed in everything. I was able to feel the table, and I was able to feel the wall, everything. And now this has become my realization, and I'm following that thing. I'm just taking care of everything very slowly. If I am putting up a camera, I'm putting it very slow and respectful manner, feeling that God is there, it as well, and everything. It is just the realization that has come. So that's what happens in meditation. And so the best part of the meditation is that if you have got the right guru of caliber, you will be able to go into that infinite search of your soul. And in Gita as well, when Arjuna asked, I'm repeating it again, that Lord, I have seen you, Lord Krishna, I have seen you, but how will others see you, like find you? In that he said that they can find me in their heart, and heart, not heart chakra. So heart chakra will be a separate thing, but here we are talking about heart, in heart. So the light I realized, light within I realized was one thing with the mantra, and that is in the heart. I didn't know that, but yeah, when I went into practice I luckily I found the right practice and right guru, and through that I started meditating on the heart, meditating not on chakra, on heart. There is a godly presence in heart. There is a light in your heart. If you meditate on that light, that yeah, the divine light is already present in my heart, and it is attracting me from within. You will start having this deep absorption within yourself, where slowly, slowly you will go deeper and deeper. But for this, you need uh, an initiation of the right guru, because if you don't have it, you will not be able to go that deeper. It can be a beginner thing for you, but if you want to go deeper, then you have to find the right guru. And I found it in heartfulness, where we actually meditate on heart, because the gurus have so many realization, and they felt that the Gita that was communicated to Arjuna, it was not communicated verbally, it was communicated through heart to the heart, and it was through that transmission. From transmission, it went from Arjuna to from Krishna to Arjuna, and that too in 24 minutes. And later, Rishi Vyasa actually decoded that thing into that Holy Gita, we say. But it was done later, and that thing happened at the war period, in just for in within 24 minutes. So it was not verbal, because for verbal it is not possible to say that big. It was totally through the transmission, and that transmission happens through heart to heart. It is more like a communion, you can say, but communion on a low level, but on a higher level, if you go, it's more of a transmission, the very subtlest thing, and only guru with caliber can do that thing. So luckily I got the right guru in heartfulness, and now I'm meditating on that heart thing, and through that I'm able to enhance my practices, or enhance my knowledge, my wisdom, or you can say my realizations. It's also coming together, and I'm just feeling more of connected with my heart, and my mind has somewhere like taken a back seat, because the inner light that is in heart, it is carrying the subconscious mind that you need to charge. If that subconscious mind or that inner light got the right power, it will take hold of you properly, and it will guide you right way in your life, and you will be able to make right decisions, and you will never do any wrong thing in your life. You will never be able to go in the wrong direction, because you will be every time guided by your inner light that is within you, and that is the main person that we should listen to. That's why the meditation is the best thing for you to find that inner self of yours. So that is about meditation. I hope you liked the video, and you got an understanding of the difference between idol worship, meditation, and mantras, or mantras and meditation. So if you like the video, please like the video. I will keep on posting more of such contents on spirituality, or energies, or vibrations, or karma. And if you want to know more about these things, please subscribe.